So for more, I'm pleased to welcome in Golf Channel legal expert Jodi Balsam. Jodi, thanks for your time as always. Now, this news that the last remaining two players still involved in the antitrust lawsuit against the PGA Tour have removed their names from the litigation. Why is it so significant?
You have to remember where this lawsuit started back in August of 2022. 11 golfers sued the PGA Tour, painting themselves as victims of the tour's exclusivity requirements that banned them from playing for LIV Golf at the same time as the PGA Tour. It was a battle of the underdog against the big bad PGA Tour. That battle lost its first skirmish because the judge refused to grant those golfers relief and allow them to play both tours at the same time. What happened over the next 8 months is one by one, the original 11 golfers have withdrawn from the lawsuit, and LIV Golf stepped in as a plaintiff. And that's all we have left right now. LIV Golf versus PGA Tour, a battle between two heavyweights in the golf world for some form of dominance or success. Very different lawsuit than where we started in August.
Okay, so as the shape of this sort of continues to unfold, how do you think this development will impact what is next in this case?
Well, first of all, it removes a sense of urgency from the litigation. So amongst the claims that the original 11 golfers made back in August is that the judge needed to give them some form of immediate relief because their careers as professional golfers were at risk. The judge did not buy that argument, but she did set a very ambitious trial schedule so that they could get relief as soon as possible after a full-blown trial originally set for January 2024. That urgency is now gone. The golfers are no longer seeking any individualized relief, and the trial schedule has already slipped to May 2024 because of discovery disputes involving the Saudi interests who are backing LIV Golf and who are trying to resist any involvement in this litigation despite having authorized it to be filed. I would say the second ramification of the golfers' decision to entirely withdraw from the lawsuit is that it does not spare them further involvement as non-party witnesses. So who's ever advising them that they'll save themselves a lot of hassle by simply stepping away from this litigation failed to inform them that they will still be deposed in this lawsuit. They will still have to produce documents, their emails, their texts, their contracts, and they still have to show up as witnesses at trial.
Right, so there'll still be some kind of involvement. And Josie, I know you mentioned, of course, the trial is still slated for May of 2024, but in your opinion, how likely is it that the trial even starts then at this point?
Very unlikely. There will be further slippage of the trial date, primarily because in fighting any form of discovery of Saudi government documents and witnesses, the Saudis have used every procedural device at their disposal to delay the ultimate decision, the ultimate requirement to show up in court, provide testimony, provide documents. They have now appealed the most recent decision that imposed the court's jurisdiction on them. They've appealed it all the way to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, a process that could take 1 or 2 years just to resolve that discovery dispute. And once resolved, the parties would be back where they started, still trying to get their factual record developed to set the stage for a trial. So I feel the May 2024 trial date is extremely unlikely. What's more likely is that the parties will move towards settlement. I think one of the key reasons all the golfers finally withdrew is that it is the first step, probably amongst many steps, that will set the stage for them to potentially be reinstated by the PGA Tour. That's never going to happen if they're still parties to this lawsuit.
Okay, so perhaps we'll look back on this news as quite a significant development in this case. Jodi, we appreciate your time as always, and we'll see you soon.